welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Playfulverse.
Playfulverse is my favorite live streaming series.
It is also our only live streaming series. Well, we do, I guess we can call it a series, our live streams that we do each and every release day. That's not what this is. This is Playfulverse, where we go visit our world. If you can guess the name is Playfulverse. We're going to go visit this world. It's been built upon, it's been played in by many players. Right now, I think there's 20 players in the world right now ready to go jump around in front of us and show us our cool stuff.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of just pure creativity.
Yes.
And just what our best players do best, and that is building awesome things and having great adventures. Have been happening since our last episode.
Yeah.
We need to check in on that and
we do.
And check out that good creativity.
Yeah, it's been a little while. First of all, I should mention that I am Brainsloth. This is PlayfulDavid, and we are joined again by our wonderful community teammate, PlayfulWinter.
Hello.
So welcome. This might be your first time sitting in on a Playfulverse, right?
It is. It is.
Awesome.
Apologies, I was gone for the last stream. I was in New York City doing a press tour for Super Lucky's Tale, our other game that's coming out in November.
That's right. Very excited.
Very.
We might be doing a few Lucky's Tale streaming events.
Yeah,
here
stay
in the next
tuned.
few weeks, so
Very excited.
If you're interested, check it out.
All right. So because this is Playfulverse, I think we should jump into Playfulverse. I'm going to do a little directing here and adjust this camera angle. There we are. So, we are back in the world. This is my little area that I've yet to build anything interesting on. I have a big flat area. I think what I do best is say I want to build something and then flatten out a space and then never follow up. That's kind of that's how I play Creati-verse.
Well, you do it so well.
Well, you know, I
don't
did build
sell yourself
something.
Short.
I did build something. This is my beloved galactic chisered coop. I had to build one over here.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't grabbed one of these, if you're like, what is that? That looks really cool. This is the free blueprint kit that we have available in the store right now. If you, everyone can grab one kit for free. It's on the items tab. I'm pretty sure in the store in Creati-verse. So you can go grab it. I'll show you. Let's go look at the store.
Let's do that.
There we go. I already grabbed it, so you can see it's purchased for 0 coins. But if you haven't grabbed one, hey, it's free. Come pick one up. You can build your very own galactic chisered coop. So
you can sample all of the amazing blocks that our wonderful dev team has created in this galactic update.
Yeah, we made sure to include at least one of everything, even the sword. It's not a sword that you can't, because it's part of the blueprint. You can't pick it up and go chop things with it, but you can definitely get a good look. So.
Now, did we include the bed?
We did.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm a fan of the bed. I myself have always stood or slept standing up. So
yeah,
this is really caters to me. And
it's art imitating life in that sense.
My kind.
So we're moving over to the Welcome Center. This is kind of where a bunch of the folks that play in this world have really been trying to set up just a cool experience and a ton of builds and things for new players to check out when they first join the world. First, a bunch of rules. Hey, if you join the world, you gotta play by the rules. These are the rules, apparently. And some more.
They just boil down to don't be a jerk.
They do.
Just be nice. Just be polite.
Here's a really good rule that if you haven't read the rules, you have to go back and read them. So we included even that rule. We're just being. Oh my goodness.
We are being photobombed.
No.
Hi, Groot.
Oh.
Something's happening here.
Oh my goodness. What? That is quite the reveal.
Whoa.
This is all an elaborately planned promotion for Super Lucky's Tale.
Yeah, this is original Lucky.
This is the Ducky's Tale.
Super Ducky's Tale.
And the sequel, Super Ducky's Tale.
Also important.
We spent hours planning this stream, and it's just been going off exactly according to plan.
Yeah.
So why don't you introduce yourself, Mr. We'll get you next time.
He forgot the top of his head.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a good luck charm. It's a totem, if
Let's
you will.
see.
We got to make sure we're not, dreaming. That was Jeff Dene's, our new creative director. So we'll have to have him on the shows sometime.
Totally. We will trick him somehow and get him over here to be part of the stream.
Tricks will be.
So here we got some biome spawners. I always love when players do this, where you can kind of get an idea. You know exactly where you're going to go if you walk into one of these spawners. Here we got a forest and grassland, swamp, mountain, canyon, jungle, even what is that, a taiga, if you will, and kind of a tundra biome, so very cool. Oh, even dunes over there, and a savanna. Very cool. I want to look at my map here, because I feel like some of this stuff has moved. Well, there's stuff all over, so we're just going to have to... Uh-oh. Here's even a corrupted one here. Corruption.
Oh, yes.
As we're informed by the corrupted obelisk. So very cool stuff. This is a kind of a great... really, you have a hub to get to any of these kind of world areas. If you're not up for just kind of heading in a single direction and seeing what you can find. It's got something cool over here. Let's see what this is.
You know what? What are your favorite biomes to build in?
No, you go first, please, Brainsloth.
Well, I like big flat areas. The swamp is actually pretty cool because you get these big flat grass areas. You got some cool water, and then the trees I think are really interesting and fun. So I really like a swamp biome. Although then you get mossy, kind of mean-spirited mossy leafies that wandering around that do like to poison you. So it's a bit of a trade-off. But I'm pretty fond of swamps. Mountains are always really cool. Ready access to coal and other resources. When I'm starting out in the world, I usually seek out a mountain that's got a bunch of coal you can just see visible from the surface.
My preference is to build underground. I like basements, so I usually dig down and kind of clear out a space in whichever biome that may be.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the stalactite layer. But just my favorite biomes overall. I really like the canyon, the mesa.
Oh man.
It's hard to traverse without the glider, but I love it. And what are we looking at here?
So I just wandered into a teleporter that was set up near that welcome center. It had some of these cool builds that look kind of like this. So this is using some roof corners. These are pressure plates that have been rotated so you see only the outside. And it looks like these really high-tech futuristic columns. Very cool building detail here. And
wow.
I just love what they've done here because we're getting kind of this anti-gravity, high-tech sci-fi effect. And not even using any of the new galactic blocks. These are just, stone roofs and blocks that we've had in the game. But it creates this really kind of interesting sci-fi effect.
It feels like something magical is going to happen there, or there are some secrets, or a treasure map, or clues to a treasure map awaiting us. That it just evokes all sorts of fun, adventurous feelings.
Wow, this just goes on and on.
First thing I thought is maybe there was like a ship underground or something like
right.
this.
How's that feel?
It's kind of a marker.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, all right, I'll come visit you keepers later. Did I spy an extractor? Look at that thing.
Oh.
Extractor on some lumite. Really cool. Whose zone are we in? We're still part of the Welcome Center, so I can't unfortunately call out who built that really cool thing. I would love to. I would be certain that that's probably a blueprint. And if it's not, it really should be. So look at that. It's using galactic captain's chairs, the grav chamber, which for that cool spinning effect, some shattered lumite blocks, and to build what it looks like, just a giant version of an extractor on lumite. Love that.
Apparently it's Bands 30.
Oh, is this bands? Okay. I even had bands on my list to come visit. So before the stream, I spoke with some of the admins of the world and said, hey, what should we check out? Are there some cool builds that you're already aware of? Sometimes we do play a little touchstone roulette. We'll just go visit random touchstones and see what's there. But I did want to get a little bit of information. So, yeah, thank you for giving us that heads up.
Why don't we go visit bands? Do you want to check out bands?
Let's do it. Let's see. Just too much cool stuff around here.
Afterward, you've scratched the itch that this place is clearly...
We can always return here because this is part of the Welcome Center.
Very itchy place.
It is. It needs to be dealt with. So we're heading to Band's Touchstone, and we're going to see, I'm assuming, well, we're here. Okay, so this is right nearby. And so I guess this is the entrance to the area. You got this really cool walkway. Again, using not sci-fi blocks for the most part, not the galactic blocks, but that's a stacked stone wall, I think. Yeah, stone boulder wall, excuse me. Arc signs just for that cool bracket effect. Adobe bricks here, stone slabs. But still, it just shows you that using just the profiles of those blocks and kind of color schemes, even if you wouldn't normally think that the stone boulder wall is great for a sci-fi build, you can just see that it really works.
And I love it when people use machines in different ways than I would ever think to.
Yeah.
I just think, oh, okay, this is an arc sign. I'm going to use it to make a sign. I never think to rotate it or place it somewhere creative. I love seeing that.
Check out these terminals here. Terminal active, command set farm, indicator, message. Ah, so cool. What happens if I type 5? I did it. I typed 5.
You typed 5.
We're just gonna have to see.
You should type, "What's the story, mother?"
I'll just keep form rules here on the terminal. Problem is I have to keep jumping, so it's a little hard to read, but very cool. So keep a farm here. So I think this is kind of the middle of the build that we were supposed to check out, this keep a farm. So I guess for the community, a resource of keepas to wash and to feed and to gather their, just whatever goodies that they decide to cough up after being well fed.
Yep.
Just some cool effects here. I think that's is that a sensor inside of the grav chamber? No, on a place. No, okay. I can figure this out. So there's a hidden placemat here that's got some stuff on it. Then on top of that, we have a grav chamber rotated sideways with a sensor inside. And then I wouldn't even be able to tell you how you're getting that bubbly effect there. That's just that is an adventure gate inside of a placemat, of course. Of course it is.
What a tangled web our players have weaved.
Man,
Or impressed.
this is high-level kind of decorative building using those decorative containers. And what I love is then the last update we added the ability for decorative containers like that to be captured in blueprints with the stuff inside, and so you can put as part of your blueprint an invisible placemat with an adventure gate inside, and just for that cool effect. All right, so I think we've looked around here, some very cool stuff. I saw a cool tree. I think this is a handmade kind of corrupted slash I don't know what, parchwood. No, that's weathered wood walls, so just a handcrafted tree. I saw another cool one.
I love that.
I kind of forget where it was, so we can return. So, but I think so. I got a heads up to check out Marshmallows Touchstone. I don't know what's there. I just heard, hey, you should check this out. So let's travel. Let's see what's there.
Let's
see
do
what
it.
Marshmallows got for us. One of my favorite moments in the last Playfulverse is when someone said, hey, go to this touchstone if you want to see broccoli ASCII art. And we did. We did want to see it. And so we went, and sure enough, there was a small image of a piece of broccoli, and it was just really memorable. It'll always stay with me, that broccoli.
Yeah, and then it made us hungry because it was lunchtime.
It's true.
Which it's lunchtime again, by the way. So,
I know.
if you have any food themed builds you want us to check out, well, we might go there.
Disable your bloom in the setting. You can't tell me what to do, Arcsign. I'll leave my bloom on. All right. So very cool.
Very cool hall.
Kind of enigmatic, dark, mysterious hallway. Those are some galactic LEDs lining on the.
I'm not really into jogging, but if I had a hall like that, access to that, I would totally take up jogging.
Sprint back and forth for a while.
Only on the way down, though.
Yeah.
Then I would want to take like an elevator back up.
Yeah.
Because come
Probably.
on. So some cool vehicles here. So I was using the rounded slope. You just put 4 of them together, you can make essentially a wheel. And so I've been seeing players getting a lot of mileage out of that. I think I saw a Flintstones car that Winter showed me that someone had built. I'm going to go through this door. It's here.
And I've seen people making drums too out of it.
Everyone always calls me out for leaving doors open, so I'm going to close it behind me. Let's see. There's a cool kind of
I feel like we're being
bridge.
watched.
Take a seat.
Brainsloth, Rabbits on Ozzy wants to know, when will the phaser blocks not eat our blocks anymore, sad face.
So that's on the radar. So there was a what that's referring to is after the last update, some players noticed we had I think it was related to some of the changes that were made to allow the more advanced capture and blueprints. But there was a side effect. Players were saying, "Hey, my phaser blocks they're eating some blocks. It's not good. They're not working right." And so we did a fix right away, a hot fix that kind of addressed some of that. But I think we're still hearing, "Hey, you know, guys, maybe it's not as bad, but there's still some cases where that can happen." And so it's something that we need to investigate and figure out what's going on with those. Certainly, that's not the intended behavior of a phaser block, of the block phaser. We want those to be able to phase out a block, but then always be able to bring it back.
Yep.
Well, I just wandered out, and so this is a pretty cool base. So this is Marshmallow's area. We checked out a cool hallway down into a kind of underground chamber that had a kind of some cool galactic seating, some vehicles. This is probably part, I would imagine that this all goes underground as part of the same area. I think, kind of feel like I'm locked out here.
I love the blue glow.
Yeah, I think that's probably just some blue lighting. I love that coupled with these galactic LEDs that have that real violet kind of light. Very cool. Those are lamps that are just rotated so that you get, again, just that cool shape. Whether or not, I feel like that should be a door. I want to open it, but it's a window. So again, whether or not you use a lamp as a lamp or a pressure plate as a pressure plate, they can still be really cool, just shapes or interesting decorations that you can use in your build. So very cool. Thanks for calling that out to us, Marshmallow. I was happy to go explore that. I enjoyed that a lot. I also have on my list Tindra.
We are getting a few requests in the chat.
Oh, very cool. So
we can check that out after this.
Yeah, we're going to check out Tindra, and then we will take a few requests from the chat and see what else is out there. LV Gamer, yeah, shut them doors. Hey, quiet you, LV Gamer. Don't tell me what to do. I only listen to arc signs.
That one gamer asks, where is that third volume of the soundtracks?
That one gamer really likes to ask about the third volume. Well, what do you think, David?
You know, I've asked our sound director several times about that. He is pretty slammed with our other projects, Super Lucky's Tale, which we've mentioned, and our other game, Star Child. I think, you know what, that's a good reminder. I'm just going to fire him off an email after this stream and see if he can send that over. I think we had some stuff we wanted to do in conjunction with it that we may just need to scale back. But I agree that his music is amazing, and I would love to get it out there for you guys.
I overshot. I was trying to land on that bridge. So this is Tindra's area, and we just got a cool, so we're in the canyon biome here, and some cool kind of touches that have to do with the biome. We got cactuses carefully placed, wildflowers, some of the bungalow buildings set here. So just a cool kind of thematic area that really evokes the spirit of this canyon kind of area. Let's head inside. Close the door. Let's see. Begrudgingly do it under protest. Let's see. Very nice. Got a Grum's Temple Garden there. So yeah, a really cool just kind of canyon build. We got limited time, so let's go. Why don't we take some of those chat requests and visit something else that folks are asking us to. Well,
a brand new player who I've never heard of before called a Spicy Meatball.
Oh, who's that guy?
His son built his first claim-sized building, and his touchstone is Galactic Jack.
All right, sure. Why?
I want to check that out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about a claim. I always have the impulse too, like I'm going to build something that fills up an entire claim, and then I have to flat out a big area and put down a big platform. I've done it before. Something about a claim makes you just want to fill it with to the max with a build. So I understand that. So let's see what Galactic Jack has for us. Oh, some medieval blocks.
A claim is like an empty stomach. You just gotta fill it full to the brim.
Yeah, Playfulverse is always full of food and stomach-related metaphors.
It's the theme. It's like the sub-theme.
So I want to fill it with cake blocks.
Yeah. Let me zoom in here so we can kind of get the aerial view. Yeah, sure enough. That's a whole claim. And it looks like there's another one here that's got kind of a, I'm guessing this is kind of a castle and that's kind of a courtyard. So, very cool. So some unique use of the medieval blocks. I mean, a lot of the castles you see I think our colossal castle blueprint is really popular. And so that, I think, showed folks kind of a baseline of, hey, here's a really cool castle you can build. But I love to see players taking these medieval blocks and then doing other stuff with them, you know, different shapes of castles, or, you know, using them in their other builds completely. I mean, a lot of these blocks, if you look at, you know, the stone inset wall, could be really versatile in any kind of build, but sure enough, it works in a big medieval build.
It's got a nice fortress feel, almost as though you could really defend yourself well in this thing, which just makes me wonder, you guys, if you had to defend yourself from one 100 block tall Chizard or 5,000 very, very tiny Pixies, 500,000 very, very tiny Pixies, what would you choose to defend yourself in that fortress? Brainsloth, Winter.
Winter, what do you think? I'm interested to hear your take on this.
Honestly, oh goodness, in that fortress, what would I use?
You know,
what would you choose as your enemy, as your foe?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I would choose the Pixies. I would definitely choose the Pixies, and I would cryo-bomb them.
Yeah, I think depending on how tiny they are, you probably just scoop them up and just cuddle them.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Defeat them via cuddling.
All right.
Stun and cuddle.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Thank you, Galactic Jack, for showing that. We saw kind of a cool castle, then more of a galactic sci-fi farm area with some crops growing and just some cool stuff. Saw a warm worm spawning pad, so very nice. Thank you, Galactic Jack. Do you have any other suggestions from the chat?
Well, Sprite Toggle.
Sprite.
I feel your pain. You say that you see all these ideas and you want to try something like that, and then by the time you get in the game, you're like, where do I go from here? I feel your pain, and that's part of the reason why we created the Blueprint Workshop, so that you can go in and get started. It's kind of a good way to get started, and then from there you can probably get inspired to like keep going. But yeah, just peruse our Steam Workshop and get inspired.
One of my favorite things about building blueprints from really talented builders, like guys like Meatball or Echo, or you know, all these Super Dave that have really cool, inventive blueprints in the workshop that you would never think to build, is that as you build them, you can learn how they put it together, and you start to kind of pick up those tricks, and they become part of your building repertoire. Oh, look at that. So this is a traffic light.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Wait, do I need to stop? Okay, I can go.
You're good.
It never turned yellow. Let's see. So I feel like so I took. This is Nad. So this was a suggestion via Twitter using the Playfulverse hashtag that we've suggested. So
way to go! Somebody finally used Playfulverse. Hashtag Playfulverse.
It may have been a first, other than we use it when we announce the live stream sometime.
Yeah. So hey, if you want to get noticed by Senpai here, Senpai, hashtag Playfulverse on Twitter or even Instagram, and we will likely notice you.
Yeah. So this is courtesy of Nad, and I think he said that Eminora was a helper here, and I can see that their claims are together. So what they told me is that this is kind of a blueprint showcase, and then some original builds too. So here's an example. These folks, I think, if I heard them right, went and grabbed some really cool blueprints from the workshop, built them, and then started to add to the area with their own original builds. And so I think I just love blueprints as to be just a spark for the imagination, and to really get, you know, hey, I know I want to build a car. Oh yeah, I mean, so many. You're talking about this one?
Yeah, I love it when they take blocks from the ground and make trees out of them. They end up looking so cool.
Yeah, we've seen some really cool ones.
Yeah, we've talked
Look at
about that before.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we retweeted one on Twitter by Amazing Gaming, I believe, that she did this really cool kind of bonsai-inspired tree using roof corners. I mean, just the creativity that we're seeing is really off the charts. So really cool. I'm liking, these are a lot of kind of mansions and really cool, interesting, epic builds.
This is a really nice area. I feel like I could spend some time here. Maybe even live here.
Yeah,
And if you look at
let's
this,
move in.
so if you look, they went and built this just flat over the ocean. They said, hey, there's no room for us on land. On the sea, there are no rules in international waters, so they built their own kind of international waters paradise here.
Right. Not only are there no rules, I don't even think there's law. I think
yes, the
international, you know, just freedom. It's just pure
freedom
chaos.
for monkey fights
Anarchy.
or monkey knife fights or just anything you can think of.
And that's a great way to utilize blueprints. You can actually get a nice flat area, and you can customize it with grass blocks or whichever biome you want, and then build on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a lot faster than clearing out and bringing areas down.
Yep.
So I'm now visiting Star Inferno, who is, of course, one of our valued and illustrious forum moderators, but she told me that she was going to plunk down her touchstone at an area where there's some sort of community build or something that they wanted us to see. So I don't know what to expect here. Maybe it'll be something, maybe it's more broccoli. Maybe that's what we should expect. Oh, well, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
So, thank you, Brainsloth and PlayfulDavid.
Ah.
Very nice. They didn't expect you to be on this stream this time, Winter. So, oh, look at this. They're all sitting over here. Wow, this is so nice.
Hi guys.
Hey, folks.
How's
Let
it
me
going?
call out some of these familiar bands: Marshmallow, Derpy, Toecrake, Star Inferno, Ebony Eyes, Gray and X Tindra. Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I mean, what else can we say? Galactic Jack flying around there. What else can we say? I mean, we set up this world, but we've been pretty hands-off. We just said, hey, we're going to start this world, build cool stuff, and we'll come look at it. And then the passion and the creativity that folks have now poured into this world, it's got a life of its own.
I think you should jump down there and just go say hi to those guys that are sitting so they're taking a nice break. They've been working hard and they deserve to rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice.
Hi guys.
Saw some fans, I think, going.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like hover chairs.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I had anything to throw at them. I don't. Wasn't throw some bombs at them.
Oh, what a way to thank them by destroying and pulverizing them.
I believe it.
And throwing pigsies at them, I can
well,
get behind that.
Leafy's up there with them. So thank you guys. This is really touching and awesome.
The thanks goes both ways.
Yeah, very cool stuff. All right, I think because we haven't done it yet, David, we have a recurring segment here on Playfulverse.
Remind me. What do we got?
So this is where we bring up the touchstone list.
Yes.
And we kind of scroll through randomly.
That scroll wheel of doom.
And we just see where we land. This is, of course, Winter Touchstone Roulette. All right. I'm going to land on Regalia. Regalia will regale us with some awesome builds. I am quite certain. Or else maybe it's someone who logged in once and then never built anything ever again. You never know, and that's part of the fun of Touchstone Roulette, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's endlessly entertaining and fun, I think.
Oh, I think we got a success here. So this is, just looking at this, is this the blueprint? Treehouse blueprint? This may be. But kind of a, oh, maybe not. That's just a cool house.
It's just a bungalow,
yeah.
You know, just chilling, waiting for someone to rent it on Airbnb. I'd stay there.
Yeah.
I'd give it 4 stars.
Yeah, Regalia's been busy. We got a bunch of tamed creatures here. Hey, your keep is hungry, Regalia. Get on that. A cool little bungalow here for living, a little living quarters. Let's go downstairs, see what's doing. Just a little storage area. I won't snoop around.
We'll do that later.
Yes, I'll come back later and snoop. Yeah, Arctic Miru. He says, I usually live on ice, but now I'm here in the jungle to be with my master Regalia. And that's what I choose to do. Another kind of nice modern looking building here. Very nice. I'm happy to call the first spin of Touchstone Roulette a success here. I think we should just keep doing them. I'm going to do another one right away. So thank you, Regalia. Very cool stuff. All right. Brauhagen.
Oh.
It's a very regal name, Brauhagen.
Brauhagen. I'm excited to see
The
what
legacy
Brauhagen has for
of the Brauhagen clan extends back dynasties.
All right, let's see what you got for us, Brauhagen. Oh, another success. We're in, of course, the zone we're in is Be Cool's zone, so we got to be cool while we're here.
Yeah.
Getting followed around by Galactic Jack and others.
Does that mean if I'm not cool, I'll get banned or booted?
I think that's the rules of Be Cool
Okay.
zone.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a super cool guy, but hopefully they won't, like, destroy us.
All right, so kind of a cool little, this may be a blueprint I recognize, but I can't immediately think of it. It's kind of just a lodge. I really like the use of the stairs on the roof there. We've got some galactic vehicles here built with blueprints. This one's really cool. I just want to take a, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say now this is pod racing, but I won't say it. Just won't do it. I always like to see
I appreciate
the
that.
galactic Chizocoup hanging out there. Here's more of a, you know, I've seen this before. This was, I think on one of our previous live streams, this might be one of Meatball's blueprints maybe. This was kind of a galactic corral for humans. You know, if
Once AI takes over, that we'll all be living in corrals just like that.
so if we got, you know, if we got our players lined up just as they were earlier to kind of view us, they can do so from the safety and comfort of this kind of ominous galactic, you know, mobile jail unit.
Or widen it and make a PvP arena. It's a cage match.
One player, 2 players enter, 1 player leaves.
There's the industrial hoverjet. The fans, you got to get on it just right, otherwise the fans will get you.
They are brutal and unforgiving.
There we are. Very nice. All right. So, what was it? Brow? The player?
Brauhagen.
Brauhagen. I think that's right. Brauhagen, aka Be Cool, perhaps. Thank you for being part of Playfulverse, building some cool blueprints, making some cool stuff. I think we should do one more roulette.
I'll allow it.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your support.
Well, Rabbits on Aussie says.
I think we've done Saint Ain't before. I'm going to keep going.
Rabbits on Aussie says we might be cool dudes, but Winter has the best smile.
That's true.
I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mick Raptor. All right, Mick Raptor. Let's see what you got.
Mick Raptor.
Mick Raptor, as in if a raptor opened up a popular fast food establishment.
Oh! I thought it was for a second there like a Mick Jagger, Mick Raptor kind of thing, like a dinosaur Rolling Stone.
Yeah. All right. So we got a nice little, just a home base. I mean, this is the kind of thing I like to, you know, when you start out in the world, you say, well, all I need right now, 4 walls, a floor, maybe a ceiling, some chests, and some processing units.
Yep.
And then sure enough, and then you can see from there, decided you wanted a house maybe.
Branch out.
This looks a bit like the Playful blueprint, the kind of small traditional house, but I don't think it is. I think this is a take on that house. This one is a little bigger, in fact. Very nice. Let's set up here in the kind of autumn forest area. Pigsy looking around. Oh, is that where I came from? Ah, it is. So let's go snoop around in this house. If I can find the door, that is. Nope. Well, it's still moving in, I think. It's well lit. I like this lush green grass carpet.
It's probably on the market, and you know they had to move, but they
Yeah.
wanted to keep some, you know, dramatic lighting in there, just so that you know when you come in, potential buyer, you got to know if it looks.
It's got that curb
You can
appeal.
visualize your own furniture in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly what happened here. This is where if you had kind of a sand feature for your home, this is where that would go. That's what that sand block does, is let you know. Just imagine more
Right.
sand.
This could be a beach-themed room.
Right. All right. Well, I'm not upset that we came here. I feel like we got to see a really nice big empty house, and then also someone's starting base.
I have to say I would feel bad if we ever did go to someone's touchstone and we were just really, really upset. I'd feel bad for that person.
Why did we even come here?
I'm so angry.
All right, so McRaptor, aka McTiger, if I'm going by your claim names, thank you for being part of Playfulverse. We were excited to come snoop around your house. I hope you get finished getting moved in.
A tiger and a raptor. Like
That's
he's a
scary.
hybrid. And he's sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, very cool. I'm going to return to the Welcome Center, and then I think we can wrap this up.
I can see it now. He's got tiny arms, but he makes the best fries.
McRaptor's Big Mac is the best. It's got
Sauce.
all the sauce, all the sauces.
So I'm really excited. Thanks to, of course, all our admins that are really active on keeping this world going and spearheading cool builds like this Welcome Center that we've explored. Make sure everyone knows the rules and just how the world works. Thank you to them. Thank you to everyone that's built in this world that participated in making that nice little feature for us that we got to visit. Very cool. And so we want to continue doing Playful streams in the future. We've been doing them every couple of weeks. We took one, a lot of us were out of the office for a bit, and so we skipped a week, I think, but now we're back. We're going to keep knocking these out, and so we will return in the future to Playfulverse to see even more cool stuff. If you build something and you want to let us know about it, let us know. We have a forum thread on the Public World subforum.
Yeah, that's a good point. Someone asked, what if they're not on Twitter and they can't do the Playfulverse hashtag? We checked the forum thread, right? Is there like a pinned thread that we have?
I think you made that thread, so maybe I should be asking you. Let's say that there is. And if there's not, we'll
let me reach deep back into the recesses of my brain, and I do think there's a pinned thread.
Yeah.
That I can post to here in the chat.
That was great.
So that's a way, and also, of course, we love it when you post on Twitter using hashtag Playfulverse, or just we're easy to find. You can find us on the forums, you can find us on Twitter, you can find us here and there, Reddit, we're all around.
If I tell folks they can add stuff to this, will we check it before?
We will make a point to check it. How about that?
We'll add it to the checklist. But yeah, if you don't have Twitter, if you have the game, you probably are able to post on the forums. In fact, I think it's impossible not to be able to post on the forums if you have the game. So that is one guaranteed place you can check, and we will add it to our list of places to check for cool things.
Oh no, now monkey knife fight is now a hashtag.
As it should be. No. Sorry. So Pebble, he teleported. He's now in the canyons. He's taking a journey.
Pebble.
All right, so let's wrap this up. We like to keep these a little shorter because we're just very hungry. It's lunchtime. I just need to go eat something. So
we didn't get any broccoli pixel art to tie this over.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Carrot, if I remember, because I remember he was carrot themed. The player was the one who created that last time. Maybe we'll have some further vegetables for us next time. You never know.
Yeah.
That's the fun of Playfulverse. We don't know what we're gonna see. What kind of vegetables will be on the ASCII art. We just know that there will be vegetables on ASCII art. That's all we know.
I'm looking at the screen and I'm pretending all of the blocks are like chocolate truffles or something.
All right.
And it makes me happy.
I want chocolate truffle blocks.
All right, we're going to go back to the big camera here.
Let's do it.
Oh, here we are. So once again, thank you for joining us. We had a blast. It's always fun to come back to Playfulverse, see what you've been up to, and we can't wait to do it again next time, whenever that will be. And so, any final comments, Winter or David? Have we said it all?
We should. What should people build?
That's
Suggest
true.
something.
Like a little challenge? Or?
Yeah. Just if you want to.
Just if you want. I think we had a lot of fun coming up with food-themed builds. One, I'd love to see a big hamburger or a giant sandwich or a taco.
Right.
Or
You made a big taco one time. And
I did.
It was one of the best things I'd ever seen at that point. So if you guys want to make like a food-themed build, like a big burger house,
that'd be amazing.
yeah, I'll go hang out in your burger house.
Yeah, we will definitely,
Create a burger.
if you build that and let us know about it, I guarantee you we will go visit it next time on Playfulverse. So let's leave you with that challenge.
BYOB.
There's no prizes other than the pride of building something that looks delicious and that you can also kind of live comfortably in. So
post about it and we'll feature it.
Let us know.
We'll go there.
Forums, Twitter, and we will do that.
That's the prize.
All right.
We will fawn over your creation.
We will.
Next time.
And droll.
Fawn and drool. You can get ready for it. So thank you once again for tuning in. We were going to see you next time. Bye,
Thanks, guys.
everyone.
Bye. dragon for life. Yeah.